Oh, hey, look. I guess I get everything now. That's funny. So there are all of the aircraft test drives. Here are all of the ship test drives, so you can see all the ships. Here are all of the tanks. There we go. Alright, so first things first with the USA. So for this stream and for this video, we're going to start with left to right across the nations, and within the nations we'll go left to right across the tech trees, including the split Navy trees now. So starting with the USA in the Army, I believe we've got one new vehicle is what I saw here, and it is the M1128 Striker. So we'll take a look at those modifications there. M900 round, that's kind of nice. Okay, we've got the 105mm M68A1E8 cannon, a Mod Deuce, and an M240 as a coax. So there's your weapons. Top speed looks like right now, well, there it is, 64 miles an hour. That's not too bad. It'd be nice to see that actually reach that speed and not be completely, utterly destroyed by being a wheeled vehicle, but we'll see that when it gets to the live server. So your stock ammo is, okay. Stock ammo is the C76A1, and your first upgrade is the C76A1. I'm going to chalk that up to being a dev server. Not quite the same thing. Let's see. We got 400 there, and 400. It is exactly the same. I don't know why it's like that. So we'll just chalk that up to being a dev server error and assume that there's going to be one of these two rounds is either going to go away or be different. So anyway, thermals in Tier 2, that's nice to see. And the M900 and laser warning system at Tier 4 for modifications, that's pretty nice. Not too bad. 390,000 for the research, so it's not 400,000. That's not bad. 9.0, that's not too bad either. Okay. And there are no new helicopters, so no surprises there, really. Moving on to aviation. Let's see. Okay, is there anything else for the USA in the air tree? I don't believe that there is. Does not appear so. Okay. So, for Germany, in the tank tree, what do we have that's new here? We got a Leopard A1, A1, 1A5. And we've got a Leopard 2A6. And we've got the Flarak Rad Kampf anti-air wagon. I know it's not Rad Kampf, it's just... Or is it? No, okay, it's not. It's Rad Kraftfahrzeug. Nice. Alright, nothing over in the premiums, I don't think. Nope. Okay, so let's take a look at some modifications here. Starting with the A1A1, 1A5. Modifications look like stock 105mm Heat FS, DM12, pretty standard there. Upgrading to DM502, DM23, and DM33. So, same weaponry upgrades and weapon upgrade path as the Radkampf wagon. Not surprising. And, yep, L7 cannon and MG3 on the roof and MG3 coax. What kind of speed are we looking at? 40 miles an hour. That's still not too bad. Should be a pretty decent looking actual tank there. We'll come back and test drive that for sure. You can't click out of the window. You have to hit escape. That's hilarious. Okay, Leopard 2A6. The prize of the patch for Germany, most likely. We have got 120mm Rheinmetall L55 cannon and two 7.62mm MG3A1s. This should be pretty fun. And we've got DM-12A1 as the stock round. That's going to suck, but whatever. And then we got DM-33 as the first upgrade and DM-53 down there at the bottom. That's going to be fun. So we're looking at 480, which is still the best Heat FS round that you can see in the game for NATO at least. Going up to... We'll look at the 60-degree pens because that's where it really matters, but 287 down to 264. And then 366 down to 338. That's quite a significant upgrade on the DM-53 rounds there. Those are going to be quite nice to get. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to G these on drop day. That's for sure. Okay. Laser rangefinder and thermals in rank 3 and 4, and everything else is pretty standard. That should be a pretty good tank. Top speed of 42 miles an hour, so it's even faster than the 1A5. That's funny. And then the Flak Radfahrzeug. Sorry. Radkraftfahrzeug. There. Flugabwehr Raketensystem Roland auf Radkraftfahrzeug. There you go. You got it. That's what you're going to get from me one time, folks. One time. Okay, so we've got Roland 3s as the stock anti-aircraft weapon. Upgrading to the VT1, which should be quite a significant upgrade in both distance and speed. And even in armor penetration, for that matter. Not that you should really be worried about the armor penetration on this thing, like, at all. But it's pretty funny. And then thermals and optics, laser rangefinder. And again, with this thing, you really don't want to be getting spotted. 62 miles per hour on the top speed, though. That's pretty sweet. That'll be fun to take for a little test drive, I think. We'll come back and do that in a little bit. That seems to be it for the ground tree, I do believe. Besides the mouse getting an upgraded pen round. God, I don't want to miss out on something like that. Everybody will freak out for the next 2.5 weeks that I didn't talk about the mouse's new round. Here we go. The mouse gets a new ammo. There you go, folks. I have to research it. There you go. There's the stats on the new mouse round. Slightly more penetration, slightly less explosive power. There you go. Nothing new in the German helicopter tree. That is nothing surprising. Moving on to German aviation. Let's see what we've got over here. Anything new? Oh, yep. BF-110G. What else? That might be it. I think that's it. Looks to me like that's the only new... Hang on. Nope. There we go. And a new premium. There we go. There's the other new... The German premium that I saw that I was thinking was the new P-47. Okay, modifications on the BF-110G4. Let's take a look here. We've got underwing cannon pods, we've got bombs, we've got rockets, we've got 20 mil cannons, and we've got 30 mil cannons. And let's take a look at the loadouts here. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. Got some big bombs. With a smaller bomb and a couple cannon pods, you can get up to 4 cannon pods with some very large rockets here. This should be... Oh, it's 2 cannon pods, sorry. There you go. 4 cannon pods, 4 rockets, or 2 pods, and a bunch of bombs, a bunch of little bombs. This is going to be an interesting aircraft. For both bomber hunting and for tank battles, I think. It's going to be fun. Ammo looks pretty standard, and ammo looks pretty standard. Okay, no HVAPs, so it's anti-air 30 mil. Be interesting. Be very interesting. Okay. And we have got... Alright, the premium. We'll go like... We got us a premium P-47. And that is, as expected, standard 812-7s with no bomb loadouts, and they get a G-suit. Which is, I guess, sort of makes sense if you were able to capture a pilot and he bailed out and his plane crash landed. Sure. Alright, that's it for German Air. We will come back and test fly those in a bit. For Germany's Blue Water Fleet, we've got a premium rank 1, a 3.7 battle rating destroyer for 250 Golden Eagles, Type 1924. I don't know if ILTIS is a name or it's like a acronym or something. I don't know. I don't speak German and I'm not familiar with that ship. Then we got the SMS Westfalen, which would be a World War I ship. So it would be, what, Imperial Germany, I think? Rank 5 at 6.0, and the SMS Helgoland, which should be Same thing, yeah, rank 5 and 6.0, so 1911. So older, but same battle rating. And the guns look like they are very different on the two of them. So that's interesting. I don't follow or care about ships quite enough to go into depth and try and figure out all the differences there, so you'll just have to go with what I'm showing here and look at somebody else who actually follows it if you really want to know about the ships. I'm sure somebody else will be covering the ships in much more depth. Probably European Canadian. Alright, for the coastal fleet for Germany, we have, not surprisingly, got nothing new there. Okay, that's it for Germany. Alright, for the Soviet Union in the ground tree, we have got one premium Syrian T-72 AV. So there you go. And for modifications, it should be pretty standard T-72 looking stuff here. Also, I just got rated by European Canadian, so thank you very much, European Canadian. I appreciate it. That's where all these millions of follows are coming from. And that's why the viewership numbers are suddenly through the roof as compared to the earlier part of the video. So we got up to 3BM22 for the best possible APF SDS you're going to get there. 3BM9, 3BM15 as your upgrades off of Heat FS. But of course, it's a premium, so you'll have 3BM22 available right from the start. So a mix of 3BM15 and 3BM22 because one is slightly better at different angles. So that's generally the best way to go with T-72A type vehicles. And it's a premium, so that's a nice little multiplier there. Looks like 678 and 420 for the research and Silver Lion boosters. So there you go. And it has a smoke screen, so your 420% Silver Lions, you can hit that button every time you kill somebody and smoke it up. And that is it for the Soviet ground tree for this patch. As expected again, no new helicopters under the Soviets. And moving on to aviation, we have got us at least one new aircraft. I believe it's just the one, unless there's a premium that I didn't see. Looks like just the MiG-21 Biz down there, so upgrade from the basic MiG-21 to the MiG-21 SMT to the MiG-21 Biz here, which is one of the final... It's not the final MiG-21 mod out there, or model, but it's close to. We're getting pretty close to the end of the MiG-21 line there. So we've got 10.7 battle rating aircraft and max repair cost stock of $6,280. The price is going to be, looks like 1.02 million, pretty standard for top tier jets. And we've got to get through, let's see what the modifications are here. Got a pair of 23mm cannons, and then R3s, R3Ss, R3Rs, R13s, and ultimately up to R60s, and then Fab 500s, UB16s, UB32s, and S24s as your air-to-ground loadouts. So pretty much standard weaponry going on for the MiG-21 here. Just a more advanced version of the MiG-21, and I believe this is the one that will get flares? I think I remember seeing something about it having flares on the Devserver. I might be incorrect. You get 6 R60s, though, so that's an upgrade over the other MiG-21s that only get 4. So there's that. Oh, R3s are they're the radar-guided missiles, aren't they? Or am I wrong there? I think they are, anyway. It looks like they should be. It's hard to tell with the icons not matching the real, actual weapons there. But judging by this, it looks like those are probably going to be, yep, there we go. There it says radar guidance. I thought so. So, the MiG-21s are going to get some radar-guided missiles. There's your big difference for the MiG-21 there. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. There's the big difference. Alright. And I believe that that was the only new aircraft for the Soviets in this patch. So, there we go. Alright. For the Soviet Blue Water Fleet, we've got a premium Rank 1 destroyer from 1917, the Kerch. So there you go, 3.3 battle rating, 250 Golden Eagles. Then we've got the Zheleznyakov with 1951 Light Cruiser, Rank 4, battle rating 5.7, 8,020 Golden Eagles. And then we have the Imperatrica, so Empress Maria. 1916 battleship, rank 5, battle rating 6.0. And the Poltava, which is another rank 5 battle rating 6.0 battleship from 1914. And there you go. So pretty standard. Looks like all the battleships right now are 5.7. Or I mean, sorry, battle rating 5. 5.0 and battle rating 6.0 is what I was trying to say there. So as far as the coastal fleet is concerned, I'm expecting no additions here, and I am not disappointed to see that that is the case. All right, that takes care of the Soviet Union. All right, for the United Kingdom, also known as Great Britain, also known as, may I say, we've got in the ground tree one new vehicle, the VFM-5, the Vickers export project or prototype that never really went anywhere and got sold. But I am personally looking very much forward to this because at 44 miles per hour, Britain really needs a light tank that has a little more punch to it than the Warrior or the Roycott in the tech tree. So that's pretty nice. That should be quite nice for when you get a muddy or snow-covered map, or the sandy maps where the wheeled vehicles, the Roycott just gets killed. The VFM should be able to move much better across those across that terrain, so that should be nice. We've got a 105mm LRF cannon with 41 rounds, an M2 up on the roof, and a 7.62 British L8 as a coax. And let's take a look at the modifications real quick and see what we've got for ammo here. M456, M393, M735, and DM33. Pretty standard 105mm Cold War rounds there, so no surprises on the 105s there. Also, it shouldn't really be a surprise since it's basically the 1A5 turret, I think. I can't remember, but I think that's what it said in the dev blog. Anyways, if I'm wrong, there'll be a million and a half people telling you in the comments, so that is it for the British ground tree. I don't see any new premiums, so that covers that. Okay, for the British air tech tree, there is supposed to be a Harrier in the regular tech tree somewhere. I would assume probably over here in the more ground strikery type tech tree. Probably here, where the Jaguar is. But what we do have for now on the dev server is the Harrier GR1 over here in premium for 8,910 Golden Eagles at a battle rating of 9.7. Let's take a look at the modifications. We got SRAMs, we got Matras, we got 1,000 and 2. That's interesting that it says 2 500 pounds and just 1,000 instead of just saying 500 pound for the modification. That's funny. So 500 pounders, 1,000 pounders, Matra rockets, and SRAMs for the air-to-air. Let's take a look at the loadouts here. You can have up to 4 SRAMs plus some rockets and various other up to 6 rocket pods with 108 SNEB Type 23s. That's not too bad. And you can have up to 5 500-pound bombs and 3 1,000 pounders, or up to 4 1,000 pounders rather. Not too bad. This looks like a pretty good ground forces loadout right here, though. 4 SRAMs and 4 3,000, or 3 3,000s. 3 1,000s. Good God. My brain is lagging way behind my mouth right now. Or 72 rockets plus 4 SRAMs should all be a pretty decent ground attack loadout there. I would personally go for this one or this one, depending on whether I was going to hunt a lot of helicopters as well as tanks. So there you go. There's a look at the Harrier GR1. Does have 2 30mm Aiden Mark IV cannons with 200 rounds apiece, so the gun capacity is actually pretty good as well. Be interesting to see what that looks like and how the vertical takeoff and landing works if they've got it modeled. I can't test fly it because I didn't get a test for it, so sorry. And that, I believe, does it for what's available on the dev server for Britain for aircraft, so... And here we are in the Blue Water Fleet for Britain. We've got the G95 HMS Montgomery, Destroyer, rank 1, 250 Golden Eagles, 3.3 battle rating. Pretty standard. Looks like everybody got something there. We got the J-Class HMS Jervis Flotilla Leader from 1944. It's a rank 2 Destroyer at 4.3 for 1,000 Golden Eagles. And we got the HMS Colossus, rank 5, battle rating 6.0. No surprises there. Battleship from 1918 with 12-inch cannons. And the HMS Dreadnought that made everything obsolete as soon as it was brought into service. 1917. Rank 5, battle rating 6.0 with 305mm gun. And then for the coastal fleet for Britain, I suspect there's nothing new, and true to form, like everybody else, nothing new. So moving over to Japan's ground forces tree, we have got at battle rating 8.7 a new Type 74. We go from the Type 74 to the Type 74F, and the Type 74G is over in the premium tree. So let's see what is different about this. I don't know. No idea. I don't know much about the Type 74's history, so we'll take a look at the modifications and see if we can figure out anything different. Well, it gets up to Type 93, but I think the other ones do as well. M735 is a first-tier upgrade. Type 91 Heat FS. Pretty standard-looking Heat FS there for everything that isn't Soviet bloc. And green thermals at rank 4, so not an extremely exciting tank for me, but it would give you another 8.7 main battle tank to have for Japan, so that's not too bad. Japan's helicopters, nothing new there. True to form with all the other tech trees so far. Under aviation, we have got, let's see, nothing. Looks like nothing new on the dev server anyway. I don't know if there will be anything new on the live server, but I'm sorry. There's the Mitsubishi F1. I didn't see it at first. There we go. Okay, modifications on the Mitsubishi F1. We've got RL-4 Zuni rockets. We've got folding fin aerial rockets after the Zunis, which is an interesting choice. I don't know why they did that. I guess the number of rockets rather than the capability and explosive power of them. I don't know, whatever. Then you get AIM-9Es and AIM-9Ps as your upgrades, and you can carry M82 500-pounders and JM-117 750-pound bombs. Let's check out those loadout variations here. Ooh, looking pretty good here, looking pretty good. There we go. There's the rockets I want to see Hunter using. That's going to be fun. Good bomb loadouts, pretty 7.500s isn't too bad. I'd still probably rather use the 5 JM-117s myself. But, of course, I would bring them with some other sidewinders here, as that should be a pretty interesting fighter for both fighting and ground striking. Should have an M61, I would assume, for the cannon. Yes, it does. Alright. For Japan's Blue Water Fleet, we have got the IJN Satsuki, sorry. 1935 Motsuki class destroyer from 1935. Rank 1, battle rating 3.3, 250 Golden Eagles, holding standard with all the other ships. And then we've got 2 battleships, just like everybody else. One 5.7 rank 5 battleship. The IJN Ikoma at, probably Ikoma at from 1912. With 12-inch guns. And the IJN Setsu at, from 1920 at rank 5, battle rating 6.0. With also 12-inch guns. Interestingly, they've got different barrel caliber lengths on the same 12-inch 41st year type cannons. Very interesting. Huh. I haven't seen that too often. And for the coastal fleet for Japan, I'm going to guess nothing new. Shocking. I will scroll through this real quick, but I'm not giving it any actual attention. There you go. For Italy, on the ground tree, we have got a 2.3 battle rating premium tank. The Celere Sahariano, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say. 47mm gun with an 8mm coax. We've got an HE and then a APBC round for that. And then the rest of the modifications is pretty standard there. So just 2.3 battle rating, rank 2. So decent, but I would probably go with the Leoncello if you were going to get a tank in the rank 2 premium for grinding, assuming this is still available. I can't remember if it is anymore. If it's not, then anything here would be okay for getting you through the first 3 ranks of the Italian tech tree, but the other thing in the Italian tech tree on the ground is a Leopard 1A5. Should be pretty standard. It should be the exact same thing as the 1A5 in the German tech tree, and sure enough, it is going to be pretty much exactly copy-paste. I don't remember if the German one had a laser warning system in rank 2. It might have. I don't remember seeing that, so I might be wrong there, but thermals at rank 3 and DM33 at rank 4 to go along with everything else standard there, so pretty decent addition at 9.0. It will help out with the 9.0 lineup that you can create for Italy, so that'll be nice. For me, it's not such a big deal because I'm already at 10.7, but it's not a bad addition. Basically, the OF40 already was a Leopard 1, effectively. But it's nice to have, you know, something else to put in your lineup to match up, I guess. No surprises here in the helicopter tech tree. In the air tech tree, we got the FC-20 BIS attacker at rank 2. And that might be it. I think that was it for Italy. No premiums either. Okay, so modifications for this guy. We've got 37mm cannon sticking out of the chin and a pair of forward-firing 12.7 breadstick launchers and a 12.7 Scotty doesn't know tail turret machine gun. So interesting, interesting vehicle there. You can also get some 50 kilo bombs, some 100 kilo bombs, and some 160 kilo bombs, it looks like. So take a look at the loadouts are just the bombs in order. Look at stacking Matryoshka dolls there. It's hilarious. And then upgrade for 37mm looks like you do not get any upgrades for the 37mm, so you're just HE frag tracer. So no ground attacking with this thing, I guess. But there you go. For Italy's Blue Water Fleet, we've got a standard-looking rank 1 destroyer, the Aquilone, rank 1 battle rating 3.3, 250 golden eagles, and then I'm expecting, oh, I am surprised to find that there are no 5.7 or 6.0 battle rating battleships down here. Huh. I am actually surprised. Wow. And the Coastal Fleet, I am not surprised to see that there is nothing new, but I would have thought that there would have been some Italian battleships there, but nope. Pour les Français. And the ground tree, we've got the Lorraine 37L tank destroyer, rank 1, battle rating 1.3, with a 47mm SA-37 cannon and 30 rounds of ammunition. Looks like it should be pretty dangerous. Only one ammunition type. So, I mean, that's cool. You won't be going bankrupt firing all the ammunition there at your low battle rating if you start with France. Should be a decent enough gun. It's not going to be the best one, and it doesn't have any explosive power to it, but you should be able to get some ambushes and take some really easy side shots on people. If not, get through like the turret fronts or the flat front, upper front plates on a lot of early tanks there. So that's an interesting addition. And then the new ultimate tank, the Leclerc S2, which differs from the basic Leclerc in I don't really know what way. So yeah, we'll have to check that out. Let's see for modifications. We have got standard heat FS rounds, and then the standard upgrades of the 120G1 and 120F1 APFSDS with thermals at rank 4 and smoke grenades at rank 3. And everything else looks the same, so I guess we'll have to see if the differences are maybe better engine power. 44 miles an hour maximum speed, 44 miles an hour maximum speed, 1304 horsepower, 1475 horsepower. So the horsepower is lower, but it's also a lighter tank. 56.2 tons and 53.7 tons. It's not a lighter tank, it's a heavier tank, sorry. But the engine horsepower is lower. It's a heavier tank, and the engine horsepower is lower, but it maintains the same speed as the previous Leclerc, so I really don't know what... That's actually kind of hilarious. Alright, I believe that was it on the ground tree for France. Yes, sir! Nothing new on the helicopter tree for France, no surprises there. And in the aviation tree for France, we find a P-47D22 RE Premium, And that seems to be it for the dev server anyway. I don't know if anything else will be on the live server, but that is it for the premium, or for the air tree is the premium. And this one actually does get bombs, because since it would have been supplied by America rather than captured, it would have have access to its bombs, but it still doesn't get rockets like any other captured premium P-47 or even Lend-Lease. So that's always fun. So there you go. Little decent, always a decent aircraft to have a P-47 for a premium. And rank 3 is not too bad, because that'll get you through rank 4's grinding as well. And that can get you pretty far into the tech tree, so that's not too bad of a purchase there. For, I don't know, presumably Golden Eagles, but I don't know because I just got the everything unlocked, so I don't actually know how much it's going to cost. So for Sweden, we have got us 2 new tanks. Well, 1 new tank and 1 moved tank, I guess. We got the Stridsvagn 81 RB-52 SS-11 missile carrying premium tank, which was previously found under the British tech tree and now is appearing under the Swedish tech tree. I have no idea how it's going to work, if anybody's going to get... If you previously owned the STRV-81 under Britain, if you're going to get it here, I seriously doubt it. I'm sure you'll just get to keep it under Britain, and you'd have to rebuy it over here, I would expect, if you want to get it again under its actual nation. But, yeah, I guess it actually gets the Swedish camo. So there you go, that's pretty sweet. That's pretty cool. And all the other same modifications for it, including up to APDS rounds and then smoke shells as the last mod. I mean, it's not like you have to grind it, but I still think it's funny that they have the APDS here and the smoke here. It's a premium, so you get them all, so it's not like it's a real problem, but I think it's hilarious. Okay, and then a new 10.7 STRV 122B. Let's take a look at the modifications here. I don't expect many changes. It should be differences in armor and engine and thermals and such should be the differences here as far as I know. Although it does get an HE round, which I don't think the STRV 122 has. I don't have it yet, so I'm not familiar with it, but I'll look at it in a second. You do not have to suffer through Heat FS first with this, so that's kind of nice. And you get DM23 as your stock round, but hey, at least it's APFSDS. DM33 is an upgrade. And you actually get an HE shell as an upgraded ammo for it. Laser rangefinder at rank 4, thermals at rank 3, and a couple of 7.62mm machine guns. One on the roof and one on the coax. And there's obviously like a laser rangefinder kind of sighting system on the roof of the turret there, which I don't believe the regular... STRV 122 has, and for all I know, PLSS could be something to do with like laser search system, something like that, whatever. But I assume it's that Wall-E eyes looking thing on the roof there is what the difference is. Yeah, the regular one doesn't have it, so I imagine that's what the difference is the stalk there, the sighting stalk sticking up out of the top of it, I presume. But there you go, and for aviation... We have got the Saab SK-60B ground attacker, which I think should also be a trainer, but used as a attacker in War Thunder's purposes. And for the modifications, you get cannons as a default, it looks like. Or no, never mind. I'm hoping you get cannon pods as the default there, because it seems like you do. Yeah, it says you get 2 30mm cannons. Otherwise, it would be pointless. And then you get some rockets, and you get some rockets, and you get some rockets as upgrades. So there you go, 30mm cannons as stock, and a G-suit down at rank 4. And that looks like that was it for the air tree, I believe. And that covers all of the new vehicles that are at least visible on the dev server. Time for some test drives.